Mi gente, y sean bienvenidos a esto que llama Fantasiciro. Y como pueden ver, pues para ver un video de Genshin Impact. Y antes de comenzar con el video, le quiero enviar un saludo a Squeezy. Muchas gracias por ver el video, por comentar, y pues me alegra saber que hay otra persona más aparte de yo que está jugando God of War, el fantasma de Esparta, en pleno 2021, ¿ok? Y te invito a que te suscribas si te gustan mis videos. Y bueno, mi gente, les recuerdo a todos que si no se han suscrito, que se suscriban y activen la campanita para que YouTube les dice cuando suba un nuevo video, y que si dan el botón me gusta me ayudaría demasiado. Además de que si quieren un saludo de mi parte, lo único que tienen que hacer es comentar este video o cualquiera de mis videos, y en el próximo video los saludaré, ¿ok? Y les recuerdo que por acá o por acá va a haber una alerta con la lista de reproducción de esta serie desde el primer capítulo hasta este capítulo en el que vamos. Y como pueden ver, me quedó faltando bueno, me quedaron faltando 2000 de experiencia para subir al rango de aventura 34 y así desbloquear una de las misiones legendarias. Como ya hemos desbloqueado, pues desbloqueamos una y todavía quedan varias. Quedan 7 misiones legendarias por desbloquear, pero necesitamos un rango de 40 y se me está haciendo un poco difícil. Me estoy quedando sin... ¿Cómo es? Sin resina creo que se necesita. Y creo que es resina lo que se necesita para eh, estar en uno que otro santuario o dominio, como le quieran llamar. Y pues para hoy vamos a seguir con las misiones principales, que ya prácticamente solamente tenemos una misión principal. Bueno, una misión principal lo podemos decir, que es esta de fragancias de rituales, y ya el resto son misiones secundarias que creo que también, no sé, de hoy a mañana, pues espero al menos mañana hacerlas, porque como pueden ver hay misiones secundarias que me dan protogemas y realmente necesito esas protogemas porque también necesitamos conseguir más para intentar otro gachapón. A ver si nos sale Jutao. Por el momento tengo 3. Eso es entre... A ver, vamos a mirar los nombres para no equivocarme. Se llama Destino Entrelazado y el Encuentro del Destino es el otro. En el último que tiramos del Encuentro Entrelazado, sí, que fueron estas que nos salió Xin Chiu, así creo que se llama. Y por acá también nos faltan 5 para lanzarlo, porque en este o pueden salir o objetos o pueden salir personajes. En este me salió a uno de los personajes, creo que fue a Bennett, que tiré en este punto y me salió a Bennett en este. Ok, entonces pues vamos a concentrarnos en la misión principal. A ver, dice que está por aquí. Entonces, si no está por aquí, entonces está por aquí abajo. Señores, y está. Hola ahí. A ver qué nos dicen para hoy. Ah, sí, verdad que estamos preparando para el ascenso del Arconte Geo.
The good kind? The best kind? Remind Paima what kinds there are again.
Ugh, you ignorant shoppers. Always coming in here with your stupid
Pero
questions.
Golden House Maiden, Valley Weaver, and Fate's Yearning. One of each to start with, if you don't mind.
My goodness, this gentleman is quite the connoisseur. You two must be his servants. Please refrain from any further attempts to contribute.
bueno, supongo que lo tengo merecido. Esto es lo que obtengo por llamar a Paimon comida de emergencia. Espera, ¿ni siquiera me reconoces? No sé cuál decir. Creo que diría, espera, ¿ni siquiera me reconoces?
Sorry. Ah, yes. We've met before, haven't we? Sorry,
Está
traveler.
conchudo.
I shouldn't have spoken to you in that tone. Now then, please peruse at your leisure Do let me know if you have any
¿Qué
further
fue lo que dijo el
thoughts.
que necesitamos?
Silk flowers exhibit different properties based on how their environmental conditions differ from their ancestral habitat. Nevertheless, these are fine specimens, excellently preserved. Just look at the abundant foliage here, and these stamens, glamorous as a maiden of the Golden House. This strain is an evergreen, and mostly grows under complex hydrological conditions. By contrast, this variety thrives in any dark, damp location, often in large clusters. Morphologically, it is distinguished by the profusion of petals and densely packed stamens, though its powerful scent gives it away just as easily. Lastly, this strain is quite the recluse. Unlike its exuberant cousins, flowers and foliage are minimal, and when in season, it has a subtle yet enduring scent. It was first discovered by the ancients when they scaled the mountains in search of the adepti. Silk flowers have all but disappeared from the wild today due to geographical changes over Liyue's history. Most are not grown by horticulturalists.
Wow!
Todo lo que
A
dijo.
true connoisseur. Most of that was news even to me.
I possess but a smattering of trivial knowledge. My traveler friend is the one to watch. They are on track to set foot in every corner of the world.
Pues realmente suena más. Bueno, yo digo que esa es la que voy a elegir, entonces por eso dije que realmente. Suena más impresionante de lo que realmente es. De nada de horticultura. Suena más impresionante de lo que
Mr.
realmente
Youngling,
es.
you're way too humble. So, which silk flower did you want anyway?
I'll take them all, boss.
Again?
De nuevo nos vamos a
How
quedar
can
sin
I
plata.
put this? When purchasing opera tickets, it is natural to decide based on which singer has the most melodious voice.
Ujú.
The same logic applies when purchasing a pet bird. But this silk flower purchase is not an analogous case. The same
Sí,
logic
porque es
does not
distinto.
apply. Perhaps you don't know. Tradition states that we should decoct perfume from different subspecies of silk flower when making an offering to a statue of the seven. Rex Lapis
Ah,
will then make
o sea
his
que
own
mejor
choice
dicho,
between the scents.
el arconte es
Like
el que
several other
decide.
tedious and complicated traditions, this one has become simplified over time. But this is the only rite of parting to take place for one of the seven in 3,700 years. As such, I do think we should honor
3,700
tradition down
años.
to the last detail in this case. Now that's settled, a question. Do you have any mora on you?
Ya me lo
You forgot to
suponía.
bring money again?
Veo un
Zombie.
patrón de comportamiento. A estas alturas me sorprendería más que lo hubiera recordado.
If I may
Literalmente.
interject, did I hear you say that these flowers are to be an offering to the Lord of Geo himself?
Ahora nos van a decir que nos va a bajar el
Yes,
precio.
in a sense.
Gosh, well, why didn't you say so? I heard the awful news about what happened at this year's Rite of Dissension. It would be bad luck to say it out loud, but I've been worried about our dear Lord ever since.
Ok,
I'm worried
están
that
como tocando.
everything I've heard is true. Since these flowers will be used to glorify our Lord, they're free of charge.
Wow,
Just don't
gratis.
forget to pass on my regards.
Interesante.
Are you serious?
Why wouldn't I be? I would be nobody if not for Rex Lapis. If he hadn't written those poems in praise of my wares, they'd only be worth a fraction of what I can sell them for today.
Huh. So much folklore here revolves around Liyue's deity making cameo appearances in support of local businesses.
Thank you, boss. I think I speak for all of us when I say that your generosity has saved our skins.
Our skins? You were the one who forgot to bring money.
Please, it's the least I could do.
Si ese man no carga con nada de dinero. Siempre me toca pagar
Now
las
that we got the
cosas.
flowers, how do we make the perfume?
Ideally, with the help of an expert. Unfortunately, None of my acquaintances have personal experience in the art of decoction.
Talk about first world problems.
Hence, I need you to help by asking around in the city. Try the common folk, especially women.
So this
Ah,
time we
madre.
get to go around town looking for nice-smelling ladies to talk to? Paimon likes this job.
I will wait for you near the statue of the Seven. Meet me there when the perfume is ready.
Que no sé, me
Maybe we can
tocará
find some
utilizar.
good candidates at the Adventurers Guild. Let's ask Lan. She's master of the Liyue branch, right?
Alan. Ijiji. Que me tiro a nadar. Y vamos a ver a Alan. Madre, pero ¿por dónde está esa mujer? Ya sé hacia dónde tengo que ir. Ah, sí, miren, todavía tengo mi magia. Tengo la dianemo. No la de Geo, sino la de dianemo. Creo que me voy a tener que cambiar a la de Geo muy pronto porque me imagino que como estamos acá en este sector de Liyue, tengo que utilizar más que todo la magia de Geo, entonces voy a tener que cambiar el punto de mi personaje. A ver, dice que es por aquí. Bueno, por aquí. Lan. Ajá, ya recuerdo quién es Lan.
Lan, we need to ask you for a favor.
I stopped accepting commissions a long time ago. Sorry, you two, but you'll just have to ask another adventurer.
Oh, it's not that kind of favor. It's just a teeny tiny thing.
¿Sabes cómo hacer perfume? Es que huele genial. ¿Sabes cómo hacer perfume?
Wow. Just wow. Do I look like the kind of girl who wears perfume to you? I think you're underestimating the kind of person I am.
Well, Paimon thinks you smell amazing. So come on, Lan. What's your secret if not perfume?
Now that you mention it, yes, there is something. What is that scent?
Pero
Oh,
entonces
it
no es
must be from the
perfume.
Genshin flowers I picked on the way back. I forgot I still had them with me.
Aha! The truth is out. Lan's got a soft spot for wildflowers.
No, they were for medicinal use only. Anyway, this is a pointless conversation. If you want to know about perfume, try talking to Chi-Mei.
The fortune teller, right? Paimon remembers she smells pretty good.
¿Quién es Shimin?
See you around.
Ahora el problema es quién es Shimin. De un lado para otro. En fin. Shimin.
Hello, how may I help?
We've
Pues
come
sí.
to ask you a question.
¿Sabes hacer perfume?
Perfume? I rarely think to use it, let alone about how
Ay,
to make it myself.
ninguna sabe hacer perfume,
That
pues.
said, some of the cosmetics I use are scented. Perhaps that's the cause of this confusion. Since I usually set up my stall by the docks, I avoid perfume like the plague, because Celestia forbid those lusty sailors catch a whiff and come hunting for the source.
That's the worst thing Paimon's heard all day.
While we're on the subject, have you never heard anyone mention Yingar's homemade perfume?
Yinger? Oh, as in scent of spring,
Ah.
Yinger?
Hay una
Yes,
tienda
that's her. Many
directamente que
rich
se
family's
encargaba de
daughters
eso.
gotten her to make perfume for them. Apparently, her
Y nos
homemade
pudimos
product
buscar
is
así como
better than
así, no
anything you'll
jodas.
find on the market.
Great! This is just the intel we need. Finally, we're getting somewhere.
Ahora la tienda de Gmail. Es muy gracioso que nos... a buscar quién hace perfume, sabiendo que ya había una tienda que se encargaba directamente a eso. Tiene dependiente de aroma primavera.
Well, hello. You found me at last. I've been waiting for you.
¿Cómo así? ¿Cómo?
What? How did you know we were coming?
Oh, I heard a rumor about a couple who were snooping around town looking for a sweet-smelling lady. Actually, I was starting to worry you wouldn't find me. This is the ultimate test of my appeal, after all.
Snooping around? Why are you making it out like we're bad people?
What can I say? People love to talk. Maybe you ought to be more discreet in the future if you don't want word to get around. Relax. I know why you're here. You want to get your hand on my homemade perfume, don't you? What kind would you like?
Queríamos hacer estas
3
tres
in one
flores.
go. My goodness. You have extreme tastes for someone your age. Maybe the rumors I heard were true after all. You're on the prowl and need some sweet-smelling ammunition? Is that it?
No es para no es para regalar, es una ofrenda para Red Slappies. Sí, no es para regalar, es una ofrenda
Is
para
that the
Red.
best you could come up with? Even if you were genuinely offering perfume to a deity, that doesn't explain why you'd need 3 kinds. Sorry, your story just doesn't hold water.
Zhongli was right. People don't remember this tradition anymore.
As one of my favorite poems goes, O cherry tree, begrudge not thy blossoms as they are deflowered in the spring, for come winter, even thy sturdiest wood shall wither.
Ah, pues.
That went over Paimon's head a little.
In short, I'm happy to help. Traveler, you can be my assistant, but you'd better make sure I'm the only person on your mind while you're hanging around with me.
Bueno.
So, where is a good place for making sweet, sweet
En el
perfume?
Valle de Adaupa. ¿Qué hay de la cocina de Xian? ¿En cuál lo deberíamos de hacer? En el Valle. O sea, ya hemos hecho todo prácticamente ya. Deberíamos de seguir haciéndolo allá.
Where's that? Mondstadt? We're only making some perfume. There's no need to go to such ridiculous lengths. Somewhere closer to home will do. Let's go for the kitchen at Wan Min Restaurant.
Ah, ella se tiró directamente por la cocina de... Nah. Esta se tiró directamente por la cocina de Xianlin. Pues aquí trabaja Xianlin, me imagino. Dinner.
I've had a word with Chef Mao. We can start work now. Are you
Bueno.
ready to please me?
Eso no me gusta.
I meant make me proud as my assistant, obviously. Well, I'm
Rarita,
setting
rarita.
up. You can go and fetch some water.
Voy a recoger agua.
Have you fetched the water? No? Have a look behind Wan Min Restaurant. Chef Mao is a professional chef. He must keep a store of pure water.
Ok. Parte trasera del restaurante. Fragancias rituales. Ahora sí, ya tenemos el agüita.
This water will do nicely. Now, I need you to extract the silk flower essence using a crafting bench. Perfume making uses an altogether different technique from alchemy. Here, let me teach you. Very carefully, take hold of the mortar and pestle. Gently does it. You need to keep your wrist firm so your hand doesn't slip.
Ok.
Now use your strong hand to stir it with a persistent rhythm. Keep going until the juices start to come out.
No te preocupes, mira, ya soy un experto. De acuerdo, entiendo.
Ooh,
you're a natural, like a fish to water. Now take these and try it out on your own using a nearby crafting bench. Don't forget to do all three. They look visually identical during the essence extraction process, but I will put them into separate containers when the perfume is ready.
Ok.
Try something new at the Wanmin restaurant.
What should I try this time?
Ah, joder, es en la de alquimia. Bueno, es esencial. Uno tiene. Vamos a crear este. No sé por qué se bajó por allá. Y si va así no puedo dar la vuelta. Animado yo. Uy, esos dorados se ven interesantes. Pero no los podemos desbloquear. Y así te la casa. Regalas. Ah. Tengo que entregárselas a ella. Esto es solamente el extracto. Erk.
Wow, this is some exquisite silk flower essence. On to the next stage, the most important one of all.
¿Qué es?
The essence is placed into water and simmered over a low heat until most of the water has boiled off. You must take care to control the heat during this process. If the temperature goes too high, it will affect the scent.
No me diga que me va a tocar
Please
cocinar.
focus on controlling
Sí.
the heat. This is the final step. Don't waste a drop of that essence now. We want all of it in there.
Parece que me toca cocinar.
All three perfumes
no,
are ready, and you, my friend, were a wonderful assistant. A testament to the lengths you will go to for romance. It's so rare to see nowadays.
No es lo que crees. Pensé en ti todo este tiempo. No es lo que crees.
Anyway, shall I give you a brief overview of each scent? It might just help you match the right scent to the right occasion.
Pues sí.
Paimon wants to hear this.
Ya
This
que.
first one is sweet as candy, straight out of a fairy tale. Younger women will love it. The second one is for those with more refined tastes, the first choice for daughters of high society. Finally, the third one has a soft but lingering scent, like a mist that captures the last light of dusk. Mature women adore this
Ok,
one.
entendí.
All clear? Don't get them mixed up now. You'll ruin the mood.
Me acordaré.
Good. Be sure to come visit if you ever need help with anything, okay? I'll
Okay.
leave you with some parting words. One who tries to sail 3 boats simultaneously should be careful not to go overboard. Come and hang out with me at Scent of Spring sometime, okay?
Esta sigue pensando que es para mujer.
Perfumes over to the Statue of the Seven. Mr. Zhongli's probably been waiting a while.
Ah, qué madre. Me caí. No me acordaba que había como una puentecita. Miércoles está la estatua del arconte. Ya decía yo que está muy lejos. Estatua de los 7 Geo. Y tenemos el poder de la Nemo, no tenemos el del Geo, de la Nemo. Pues es el que estoy utilizando por el momento. Ya después tengo que volver a cambiar al Geo y así. Zhongli.
We've brought the perfumes, Mr. Zhongli. Did we take too long? You were just staring up at the statue.
Oh, you're back. Don't worry, I haven't waited long. Compared to the watch that Rex Lapis's statues have kept over Liyue, this was but a brief moment.
Well, how can a person compete with a statue?
That is true. Well, have you brought the perfumes?
3
Yes.
sets, and not one less.
Thank you both. Let us offer them up.
Los tres. Ofrecer doncillas de la Casa
This
Dorada.
is the first kind of perfume. Miss Yinger said that it's sweet as a dream, and it's liked by younger ladies.
Ofrecer tejedora de los
This
valles.
is the second kind. It's got an elegant smell, and the daughters of high society love it.
Está repitiendo lo mismo que dijo ella. Ofrecer anhelo del destino.
The third kind has a gentle but lingering fragrance. Something like the dusk mist. And it's a favorite of mature ladies. Oh, what was that?
Parece que a Red Lapis le gusta. Entonces la respuesta es el tercer perfume. Parece que a Red Lapis le
That's the
gusta.
one older ladies like, right? Does that mean that Rex Lapis is actually an older lady?
Es una mujer macho.
Perhaps. Perhaps. Rex Lapis has taken on countless forms. Perhaps that really was one of them.
Ah,
What a
madre.
shame. We only got to see the giant dragon form, and... Let's hope the Chising can catch the real killer.
We can leave that to the authorities. Let us focus on the fond farewell for Rex Lapis.
¿Qué estarán tramando los 7 estrellas? Y todo sea por ver la exuvia. ¿Qué estarán tramando?
So, we finished another step in our preparations. What's next?
Next, I would like the two of you to help me borrow the cleansing bell.
madre.
Cleansing bell?
At present, a friend of mine named Madame Ping is the guardian of the cleansing bell. She lives near Yujing Terrace. If you ask her, she will know what to do.
Nada más.
Sure, but aren't you going to come with us?
Ah, I have certain reasons why I cannot be there in person. Please, do this for me.
Man, why has he gotta be so secretive this time?
Concuerdo. Logrito desbloqueado. Pink. Y este es el único que está más cerca. Porque el otro me tocaría caminar. Mejor hacer salto a salto para que no nos caminar mucho ni nos tome mucho más tiempo del que debería. En la parte superior de todo esto. Ay. Como le digo que tomamos un atajo. Pink. ¿Dónde miércoles se supone que está? Ah. Ya decía yo. Madame Pink.
All things must change.
Saludos.
Youngster, are you here to admire the flowers?
De hecho vengo por otra cosa.
But it's a shame. These glazed lilies have almost all wilted.
Yo los veo bien.
What happened to them?
Back in my day, people said that glazed lilies can read human hearts. If they heard beautiful sounds like laughter and singing, they would also bloom joyfully. But
Oh, ok.
if they heard too much wild gossip or slander, they would quickly wither away.
So that means these flowers feel what's happening in Liyue?
Yes, the rumors of Rex Lapis's death are no small matter. They are everywhere. Some say it was a Fatui plot. Others say that the Chising made it all up. And still others think that which lies in the deep is breaking free.
Aquello que yace en el mar.
Harbor is like a mountain of dry tinder. One spark, and the fire will consume us all.
Es lo que hay en el mar
I shall
entonces.
say no more. This old woman's grown too old and naggy. Did you have something to say, youngster?
¿Podría prestarnos la campana purificadora? Quería saber si podrías prestarnos esa cosa.
Ah, that old trinket. I remember it being here with me, but I've grown old. I can't quite recall where it is exactly.
Pero la
An old
necesito.
friend of mine used to wear it on his person. Back when I was young, he saw me gazing at it often and gave it to me. But he told me then that if someone should come to borrow that bell, I should not be loath to part with it.
Okay.
It has been many years, and who knows how many times someone has come to borrow this bell. Still, though, I can't recall when it started. It's been a long time since anyone has come to borrow it. Oh, these old bones are so slow to look for things. I doubt you can wait that long.
La podemos buscar nosotros mismos. Soy un buscador de objetos perdidos certificados por los caballeros de Faunos. Este me gusta más.
What a weird thing to be proud of.
All right, children, there is no need to worry. I didn't place the bell very far away.
Do you live near here, Granny? Whoa, but this is Eugene Terrace. It's gotta be expensive.
Oh, an old lady like me can't afford to buy a place in this city. See this ceramic teapot?
¿En la Tetera?
My entire household is in here.
How does that work?
Tus llaves están ahí adentro. Todas tus posesiones son una campana. Métete en la Tetera. Paimon, métete en la Tetera a ver qué. Tus llaves están ahí adentro.
Oh, youngsters. I simply mean that the bell is somewhere inside this teapot, and you are quite welcome.
¿Eso es como una especie de portal o qué
if you
miércoles?
can find it.
This Granny's so weird. What does she mean her whole household is in here? Is she playing with us?
Mira que eso es como una especie de portal. Pues sí, güey, es como una especie de portal. What the fuck? Qué cosa más rara. La había imaginado. Que eso era como un portal. Para mí es algo raro también. Oh. Y empieza lo fastidiosito. Haciendo casi daño.
Where are we? What just happened?
Youngsters, this is where this old woman keeps all her things. Quickly now, go fetch that bell.
Okay.
Whoa, that sounds like Granny's voice. So, this is her teapot? What's going on?
Estamos dentro de la tetera.
Oh dear, so many cobwebs. It seems I really haven't cleaned it in a
Supera
long
solamente
while.
telarañas. Ah, fue madre.
Sorry to trouble you, children. Please help an old lady clean up.
Como son de fastidiosos estos slime. No, muévete. De hecho, si me paso por acá. Hijo de madre, pues. Es que cuando me paralizan, no me dejan casi atacar. ¿Verdad? De hecho, debía haber atacado con Diluc. Y el ser de fuego utiliza sobrecarga. Line Geo.
You notice? The cobwebs were made of elemental energy. How long has it been since Granny last swept this place?
Yo también me pregunto lo mismo. También me pregunto quién es la anciana. Wow, no vaya a caer, güey.
You know, with such a special teapot and the cleansing bell, do you think this old granny could also be an adeptus?
Pareciera. Sí, porque los que crean esos templos y esas cosas son los adeptos. ¡Fue pucha! Me caí. Me caí, no, agárrate.
Someone's more and more convinced that she's an adeptus.
No sabía que eso se desaparecía. En fin. Tengo que poner atención para no volverme a caer. Primero al hiperso. ¡Pues madre! Esto se movió, mira. ¿Qué está pasando a esto? Y se me movió el análogo. Entonces no sé qué es lo que le está pasando. Estás muy fastidioso, pues. Adiós. Pues sí, ese análogo se movió todo raro y me caí, pero lo bueno fue que ya técnicamente había pasado a este lado. Ah, fue madre. Qué araña. Uy, eso es nuevo. Venga, quietecitos, pues que es que... Hijo de su mala madre. Oh, lo que me faltaba, tenía que estallar justamente ahí. No.
There can be no excuse for defeat.
Y voy a reír a Diluc. Yo ni el 49. Están un poquitico. Ay. Y de hija de su mala madre. Ah, se me olvidó
Where did I go?
que no tenía sangre con Diluc. Lo que me faltaba era eso. Que se me hubiera olvidado que no tenía sangre con Diluc. ¿Cómo puede pasar así? Ahora para revivirlo me toca esperar. No les quito es casi nada ya.
Oz, reveal thyself.
¿Hay otra por ahí o qué? Hacemos esto. Ah,
How many levels does this teapot have?
ni siquiera tenía que
It
acabar
would
con
be
esa
nice
arañita.
if we had one of these too.
¿Para qué estoy mirando a ver?
Or at least we wouldn't have to camp outside.
Y por allá hay un cofrecito. Hijo de su madre. Y lo bueno es explorar todo esto por acá porque hay cositas así. Un cofrecito por acá. Ah, ahí está también la araña. O sea que me hubiera atacado esa araña si no me hubiera asesinado. Aquí no hay nada. Si técnicamente si no hubiera matado a esa araña, me hubiera atacado ella a mí. Ah, me imagino que ya aquí estará la campana, ¿ok? Y lo que me faltaba es... Y esto. Y... Déjame bien acá. En fin. De hecho, eso es gastar comida. Lo único que hubiera hecho sería esperar a salir de aquí e irme a la estatua. Pero bueno, ya que fue.
All right, that'll do. Come on out now, children.
Y ya vamos para afuera. Está muy raro esa tetera. Está muy raro eso. Otro mundo ahí metido. Pero bueno. Ya por ese lado hemos dejado eso. Ahora, ¿qué podemos hacer?
Oh, in and out in no time. You youngsters really are quick.
¿Es usted un adeptus? ¿Es usted es una de las 7 estrellas? ¿Es de los Fatui? ¿Es un
An
adeptus?
adeptus. Oh, I haven't heard anyone say those words in earnest for a long time. As to whether I am one or not, child, surely you already
Entonces sí
understand.
es un adeptus.
Hyman kinda knows what you mean, but is also kinda confused. Are you really giving us the bell just like that, Granny? Don't you think it's weird? Something's just happened to Rex Lapis and then we come running up asking for it?
Oh, don't be silly. Liyue Harbor has been through a great deal in its history. In that time, it has seen the departure of countless Adepti. But no matter what, we have always performed the rite of parting first before any other matters. To cry, "Catch the murderer," at the top of one's lungs, but ignore the rite of parting. That, to me, is what is wrong-headed. Now that you have come to borrow the bell, I guess that perhaps an old friend of mine has finally decided to take matters into their own hands. So, why would I be unwilling to lend you the bell?
Y si su amigo no le devuelve la campana, entonces me regala la campana. Y si su amigo no le devuelve la campana.
Well, if it came to that, they would find a
Ay,
certain
madre.
old lady knocking at their door.
Eso suena a
We
amenaza.
haven't met in a while anyway. It would be nice to share a drink and chat. Well, you must have things to do. Since you have the bell, you should return. Oh, and do
Calma.
tell the person who sent you that if they have time, they can come over for tea. I don't have much to offer, but you can always
sé,
count on
comadre
an old
Tetera.
lady for a pot of tea.
Va a quedar traumatizado con esa tetera. Otra vez al... Ah. Yo pensé realmente que me iba a tocar volver a ir por allá. Fue el tercero, sí. La tercera fue la que... con la que reaccionó. Por si me tocan volver a escoger. Yo acuerdo esto. Estemos con Shangri.
Indeed, this is the
Ya
cleansing
vamos a
bell.
terminar esta parte y ya. Finalizamos el capítulo
It's
de
in
hoy.
good condition. Let's place the perfume we've prepared inside.
¿Conoces a Madame King? ¿Eres un adeptus? ¿Eres un
An
adeptus?
adeptus.
That's suspicious. But if you don't want to talk about it, we won't pry. Oh, yes, that old granny asked us to tell you something. If you have the time, you can come over for tea. I don't have much to offer, but you can always count on an old lady for a pot of tea.
That tone does not suit you. Still, her teapot is indeed very good. There are none better for brewing tea.
¿Pero qué
When a
tipo de
suitable
té?
time arrives, I'll bring a spot of fine tea and pay her a visit.
A mí no me parece
So
que
what's the
pase.
next step in our preparations?
Next, we need to purchase kites.
A su madre.
Ooh, Paimon loves kites. Are you taking us kite flying? Is this our break time?
No. Kites are children's toys, yes. But they also play various symbolic roles in Liyue's rituals. I will explain it to you. But our next course of action should probably be to purchase the kites first.
Oh, sure. Curiouser and curiouser.
The Lord of Geo protect you and fortune find you.
Ya no nos queda faltando casi nada. Sí, nos da para hacer esto. Creo que no nos demoramos mucho comprando las cometas y todo eso. Bueno, al menos espero que no nos demoremos. Que nos pasemos 2 o 3 minutos. Del otro mundo. Abuela Shang.
Ah, sir, you're here. The 7 kites you asked for have been made to order. Would you like
Ya las
to
había
take them
pedido y
now?
todo.
Yes, thank you.
It's rare to see customers who want to buy this type of kite nowadays. In the early days, we used to get orders from people of all walks of life.
Well, this is Mr. Zhongli from the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, so he's probably well versed in all these walks of life. We've talked about a whole bunch of things while traveling with him.
Entiende de ropa, de productos cotidianos, de joyas, de porcelana. También hablamos de té, perfumes, fauna y flora. Creo que mejor este.
He seems to know Liyue's favorite topics, money and government, really well, but he likes talking about less useful topics instead.
Well, that's because I prefer to share fun things with you.
Children's toys are very fun things, that's for sure. I enjoy watching the children at play as much as anyone else, but there is more to it than that. Finely crafted toys are well loved by children, but this craft itself has been honed over thousands of years, and there is meaning behind that. I have made kites in Liyue for 40 years, and I am intimately familiar with the forms passed down from my ancestors. The meaning of these 7 kites is far from banal.
Indeed. These are decorations used in the rite of parting. The 7 kites represent the 7.
I took the liberty of coloring outside the lines when doing the insignia of the Animo Archon. As for the kite that honors the Geo Archon, one must follow the contract given right down to the last letter. These patterns are ancient, and you can also find them in the Golden House.
Ah, Paimon's heard that name before.
Paimon, no hables. Vamos a hacerles.
The design of this kite displays a firm grasp on the cyclicality and eternity so dear to the Electro Archon. These markings of tree and leaf pay due honor to wisdom and the passage of time. All this on a single kite. Truly astonishing. Justice flows across the surface of the waters. War rages like a flame. As does that which the Cryo Archon once... Yes. These details are masterfully done.
The compliments of a learned man truly are pleasant.
Well then, Granny Shan, I shall take these back with me. As for the payment...
Oh, es verdad, el pago. Es verdad, el pago.
Allow me.
Ah, no, Billy.
Hey, it's Child.
¿Acaso acordaron verse aquí? Entonces, esta es una emboscada. ¿Acaso acordaron verse aquí?
No, I was merely passing through. I see Mr. Zhongli's the same as ever. When paying, well, when getting others to pay for him, he neither looks at the price tag nor his wallet. He knows a great deal about money, and about the trials of the common man. He just doesn't consider poverty to be something that could ever happen to him. Or perhaps you could say that he cannot imagine himself lacking money.
How has he not died of hunger yet?
Child, you are as fond of jokes as ever. Well then, since we've purchased our kites without incident, there's no need to take a break before moving to the next step in our preparations. The rite of parting requires helping hands as well as materials. We should be able to find some people near the harbor.
Oh, by the way, take this bag of money. You probably won't want to let Zhongli do the bargaining, if you know what I mean.
Sí, porque ya perdí una bolsa.
Seems I missed out on some interesting information. I suppose I'll just have to find a more opportune moment next time.
Ok. ¿Fuimos? Nos fuimos. Ay. Bueno, lo dejaremos por ahí hasta acá. Y ya mañana continuaremos con la misión. Ok, les envío a todos un abrazo súper fuerte y nos vemos después. Bye, mi gente.